Okay, everybody, grand final. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map, and we have a best of 3 series on our hands between Washed Up and Feel the Heat. Yeah, both of these teams have gone through... Actually, no, I'm lying. Washed Up had a 2-0 victory over Paper My Lady in the semifinals. It was the quarterfinal where they were forced into the third map. Feel the Heat, on the other hand, they went the full distance in their semifinal against the Swedish House Mafia. It was a pretty cool series. And with that, let's go. We currently have Tomb of the Spider Queen Medivh banned out right away. Okay. I want to see where Greymane ends up again, because Washed Up has committed to Greymane super early in pretty much every single draft that they had. And Feel the Heat... I don't really want to say they didn't respect him as much, but it wasn't as much of a priority for Feel the Heat as it was for other teams. Now, they played him a few times, had Greymane in their setup too, but for Washed Up it seemed to be just one of those super early picks that they went through multiple times right now. So we'll check that out. And, well, let's have a bit of a look. Cassia gets banned, and yeah, I want to see if they're banning out Maiev against Ultralisk later on. I mean, with Medivh already banned out, you know, Ultralisk is not going to really let the hero, that's for sure. There's the Imperious ban. And, well, let's have a look. Last ban coming through for Washed Up. Washed Up, by the way, were the team that could sit back and watch the entire series between Feel the Heat and the Swedish House Mafia, so they just could look at all of this. With the new patches, obviously a little bit of twists and changes to some of the drafts or heroes that might be taken or builds that might be executed, but they could really look at that and say, like, okay, what do we want to play against these guys? Which is the hero that we are maybe a little bit worried about? Which is the hero that we don't want to give them? They ban Urel again, and now we are looking at first pick territory for Feel the Heat. And it's mostly a question, honestly, of what Ultralisk and Dino are going to take here, I feel. Weed is incredibly flexible with the heroes that he picks. It feels for Blade, we were pretty much narrowing what kind of heroes we take there for him on the offlane. He's playing a lot of Blaze right now. We have seen him also, of course, on Deathwing, for example, if we can get access to them. But I want to see if we get one of those wild combos again, where they go into the Zool setup, just to name one. Leo is another hero, of course, for Blade here too. So they start things off with the Malfurion pick. It's kind of wild to me what kind of supports we had in first pick positions just recently here. I mean, you're literally going up against Banana H and you're not banning out his Ana or anything. You're leaving me with the Deckard Cain that he played in pretty much every game here. Is this no exception? So again, the Deckard Cain for him. Nick committing to a super early Tracer. Which makes, I mean, again... If the entire setup for Feel the Heat was denying the Malfurion Tracer combo, then, well, mission accomplished. But if you're that worried about the Tracer, you could have either banned out one of those heroes and maybe taken, let's say, Imperious, for example, for yourself. But yeah, so they pick Malfurion, but Nick is not by any means intimidated by this and says, like, that's fine, I'm still going to play Tracer. I did it already earlier with Deckard Cain together. So they go for that combo. We have Mai, played by Vid, and Ultralisk's Maiev. So the question of whether or not that hero is going to be banned out has been answered. Maiev not banned, and Ultralisk locks her in, so that's a lot of control. You have Mai, you have Malfurion, and you have Maiev. That's the 3 M's right there. Okay. Triple M and the ban on Greymane. There's also a ban against Deathwing. At this point, I just want to see Mal'Ganis and Mephisto. Give me the 5 M's. We already have 3. I was going for Medivh, but he's banned already, so I couldn't. Johanna, Blaze, yeah, old school combo. Super strong, still really very powerful. So a good setup for them. That's a really powerful setup. They got Cain, Johanna, Blaze. That's a really, really strong one to break through. But yeah, here's the opportunity. For the 5 M's. Yeah, we could go Murky as well, I suppose. Meoric and Meanix. Meoric and Meanix get picked. Okay, so that works as well. But what the hell? Now we have Phoenix taken by Dainu. Yeah, opportunity lost. And Hazu with the last pick right here. Okay, we need a bit more damage for them, obviously. Here on Tomb. And what are we getting? Let's go. Junkrat! Nice. Alrighty, a little bit more mayhem for the game. Tracer, Junkrat for the damage, and on the other side we have Maiev and Phoenix. Guys, it's the grand final, best of 3 series between the two teams. Tomb of the Spider Queen kicks things off, and let's jump in straight away and see if Feel the Heat is able to take Washed Up down, or if the blue team is once again locking in another tournament victory. Let's find out what happens in map number 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game on, everybody! Junkrat, played by Washed Up on the first map by Hazuops. We got Nick on Tracer, Masquerade on Johanna, Dequaza on Blaze, and Banana H is playing Deckard Kane. Yeah, and on the other side of the map, finally, we have it. They took the opportunity, they went for the 5 M's. Mei, Malfurion, Minix, Maiev, and Meoric are getting played here by Wit, X-Ray, Dino, Ultralisk, and Blade. So let's go and see if they can lock in the victory here. Actually, a little bit of a change here. The Ice Storm on level 1 for Mei. So that is literally a first. Haven't really seen that talent played on her yet. Normally it's just the auto attack style. But, well, let's have a bit of a look and see which team takes the lead here. I mean, if we would call a favorite, it's definitely Washed Up. But they had 1 or 2 moments in this tournament where they also struggled a bit. So maybe an opportunity for Feel the Heat to exploit some weaknesses. Kind of late there too, but instead we're seeing the insta-kill against, against Wit on the front line. So Mei goes down. And that is kind of unfortunate. That's an easy kill in the 5 versus 5 brawl that we had at the beginning of the setup. So, a good start for Washed Up as they're starting to rotate around. Nick, obviously, also going to enjoy the space now that he has with his Tracer. It's already zipping around and trying to put the pressure onto Malfurion with success, I might add. Nearly getting a kill. He gets the kill with Junkrat's help. Damn, son. I mean, look at this. Comes in, it's like easy peasy at the start, then Nick moves in all the way up at the top, darts through, gets the damage out, and it is the final grenade that drops at the gate that takes Malfurion out and secures a 2nd kill for the team. Holy hell. That is a pretty solid opening by Nick and his team. And for Feel the Heat, that obviously puts a little bit on a damper on their setup, so not quite how they envisioned this game to start off, and Nick is not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. Moves around the map and connects 1 hit after another here. 2 kills against 0 right now, and obviously some momentum on the map that is simply missing for Feel the Heat. Slight advantage in gems as well, by roughly 10. It's early on in the game, so obviously these early game kills don't really give you too much of a lead. It's a small experience gain that you get over your opponent, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing insane. It's more so the map control that he gains through it, and also the advantage in gems that might have an advantage if you build up these small plays. If you just get 1 small edge over your opponent after another, eventually you build up to a massive lead, but we're not quite there just yet. But it's definitely a good start for them nonetheless, of course. So let's see what they can do here. The push to the middle, as they're trying to also deliver some of their gems. 14 have already been turned in. 24 are still in their hands. So they can try to go towards the first objective with that. And it's also a bit about the experience setup. Nick, careful! Yeah. We're just running around here. Money pick is always appreciated as a mount, but hey, down to the bottom of the map, Nick dancing around Ultralisk. He needs to be really, really careful. But oh, dodged out. It doesn't matter though. Nick, no fucks given, comes in and takes him out anyways, even though he didn't stick the bomb, which would have been dodged by the Warden's Vault anyways. But holy shit. Nick, honestly, I've said it before and I say it again, the guy on Tracer, he is like a surgeon wielding a scalpel. He comes through with the damage and just absolutely crushes on murders. That guy is a stone cold killer, and we see it once more. This is the 2nd kill that he was an integral part of getting for them, and they still lead with 3-0. And they're actually using Dequaza to set a potential 3rd one up. Ultralisk himself is also in trouble here. Masquerade is dodging out on Mei CC. So far so good for them. An early level 7 would also help. They're the only team, by the way, that has enough gems to get an objective. They got 45 in their hands. obviously taking kills here makes sure that the opponent loses gems that they're holding, and in addition to that, they also get some extra. Level 7 now on both sides. And yeah, it's a bit of a different setup here for May. We've seen, of course, a heavy focus on level 4 in particular on the trade. Instead, we're now having the cold front over here. And in addition to that, we have Skating Away. So Skating Away is a talent that we have now seen taken a couple of times, but definitely a bit of a different approach that we have in this game. Ultralisk gets pressured. I mean, think about it. Ultralisk has been so dominant with his Maiev in so many games, right? Where he's been the one initiating plays, really pressuring the opponent, coming in time and time again and just terrifying the opponent's team. And now we're seeing more or less the exact opposite. It's him that's always on the back foot here that needs to move away. X-Ray in a similar spot now. Another bomb connected. Quasar gets the turning completed. The Web Weavers are slowly descending now. And Blade is getting poked down by Nick. So everybody, it just feels like half the team in red is on half HP. So this will be a tricky defense for them. And what a fantastic opening here for Washed Up in the grand final. Really good setup for them. And yeah, big shout out. I mean, these guys have done an incredible job here so far in this first game. As I said, we shouldn't really call this too soon. There's always a chance to turn this one around, but oh boy. With Maiev now dying in the middle, that means we have 4 kills to 0. The objective is already on the way down, so that's a hero that's missing for the defense on top of it. And we still have the attack going strong here, with topside not even being defended. Half a level is missing until level 10, then we have the ultimates, the heroic abilities in play. But holy hell. Look at Blade, 27 gems. Oh my god, if they would have killed him now. Honestly, Nick could have YOLO'd for this one. If he YOLOs and dies, who cares? If you eliminate those gems, you are golden. Topside, Hazu is not going to get caught by Dino. The wall has already been broken through at the bottom of the map. They're committing to the fort, and they will take this one down. Masquerade was sitting here anchoring the play, making sure that nobody's flanking in against them. But that fort is down. Level 10 abilities are ready. What a start. What a start. And they nearly have enough gems for another turn-in. They nearly have enough gems for turn-in number 2. Honestly, Nick is just such a terrifying player to have on any team. It's so often that you see people, you know, like, talking a bit about like, oh my god, they let Nick have Hero X. The problem is that Nick is terrifying on Tracer. He's a beast on Karrigan. He can destroy a team with his Zeratul. And pretty much every single hero that can dish out damage that you give him is gonna turn into an absolute killing machine. And of course, he's not the only player on the team. You have Hazops with his Sergeant Hammer. You have Banana Age with his Ana setup that we oftentimes see. And there's just so many heroes on that side where you think, how many bans do I actually need in order to make this work? You need like, I feel 15 bans at least in order to get rid of all of this. Talking about getting rid of things, we have a bit of a break here. So Hazu might have some tech problems again. He had those already a few times. Gives us a chance to talk a bit about the heroic abilities now, though. So we got Avalanche. So first of all, if you're watching this and you're checking my build out, this is actually another build for May that we haven't really seen all that much in the tournament. It was more so on auto attack focus on the level 1 and going into trade on level 7. But here we have the Ice Storm kicking in as the first talent. Cold Front as level 4, followed up by the Skating Away right away. But the Avalanche, that one has been consistent. So we've seen some really, really cool plays with Avalanche, especially that arrow combo that we saw previously, which is funny as hell. Might see something like that again. It was a play on Dragonshy, actually. Talking about plays over here, it's another approach as they're trying to go for the kill setup. Oh, Planet Cracker! Dino with the Planet Cracker. They nearly get a kill against Blaze. Didn't even have to bunker up, though. The Quasar with the nerves of steel right there. No bunker for him. Red Web Weavers are now descending, so at least they're getting the objective through. Bot lane is still getting pushed by the Siege Giants, and oh, careful Ultralisk! World of the Wardens once more, keeping him alive here, but he needs to retreat now, and that means, of course, that the Web Weavers will at least initially not have the support of the 5th hero there. 4 kills against 0, but the defense is already setting up topside. Yeah, damage output. Let's quickly check that too. 31,000 and 21,000 for Phoenix. The 2 top damage dealers here for the teams. That Web Weaver doesn't do anything, by the way. Ultralisk is trying to protect it a little bit, but yeah, ain't happening. Nick not exposing himself to any problems either. He's just sitting. Oh, the blessed shield, the cage, Ultralisk slowed, and he goes down. Another big kill from the team. Yeah, they are really making sure that they're using these opportunities to their fullest extent. Great rotation again. And all of that came after Ultralisk initially was trying to get the damage set up against Nick, not the other way around. So here's another quick look at that kill. So they come in, and there's the Blessed Shield set up, and the follow-up is right there. So he's trying his best, but he gets taken out, and that's of course just the opening that we saw. Kill number 5 for him now. Great rotations. Very crisp, very clean. And if you just overstay for a second or so, you are going to run into trouble. And trouble is already brewing against Feel the Heat, since now level 13 talents are available for Washed Up. So they have the extra talent, which gives them a power spike as we're heading into another turn-in attempt. Banana H is trying to deliver 8 and quite make that happen. That's obviously the top turn-in to consider too. Oh, another kill! Yeah, the Avalanche doesn't hit anything, but Phoenix is already dead. And here comes the setup. Banana H with a big boy sleeper play. And another kill. Malfurion falls. 7 kills to 0. Holy moly. Yeah, Washed Up just on another level right now. Great plays, brother. Blue Web Weavers are going to be descending again. And Nick, calm down, my friend. Just seriously, leave something for the rest of them. Leave something for the rest of the team. Honestly, at this point, the rest of the team is just sitting there. It's like, dude, can you calm down? Can you leave something for the rest of us? Just a little bit? We don't need to kill all of them. At least allow us to be in the vicinity so that we get the takedown credited. But without the Web Weavers, this is pretty much fought topside already. The Web Weavers is going to finish it. But the push in the middle, that's obviously going to eliminate another one. And talking about eliminating things, that's a problem for Phoenix nearly as well, because he got locked down by Deckard Cain just on the tip of the triangle. But there it is. 7 kills to 0. Look at Malfurion's stack, by the way. Malfurion has 1 stack on his level 1. His level 4. 1. 1 stack. 1 root connect. That's all that he has. And there's another kill. Wit goes down. That's 27 gems. Ultralisk is trying to get them. Jumps out. And there's the sleeper setup. And there's another kill. Nice setup, at least with the Planet Cracker. But even that doesn't change the fact that they are absolutely getting destroyed. There's the kill against X-Ray. And these gems won't be recovered that easily. They might try. But Dino doesn't get it. And nearly gets taken out here. Yeah, what a setup again. I mean, just look at these plays. He's trying to recover this, jumps back, and he jumps straight into the sleep of Deckard Cain. And yeah, that's the end right there. 66 gems now in the hands of Washed Up. They got another turn-in. There's no turn-in possible for Feel the Heat. They only got 52 out of the 55 that they need. They need to pick up a few more. And in the meantime, we have the move straight up for the topside boss. Can they even turn in to try and counterplay that a bit and trade? I don't really think so. There's a level 16 talent, 10 kills to 0, and now they can go for the turn-in. Dequaza is there. Hazobs is already committing to it. At the bottom of the map, Wit is at least trying to get Siege Giants, but with Deckard Cain and Banana H plus Masquerade now turning in, that's another Web Weaver wave. And they time the camp. They actually time the camp. So they're waiting for the Web Weavers to come down. Nick is the only one to protect it. They have vision over here through Dequaza. They know who's coming through the middle. So once that the Web Weavers are on their way, Nick can go for it, and that's exactly what happens. Nick takes it, they time the boss topside, so they have now a double attack at the top and can make their way through the middle or the bot lane if they want to set up a counterbalance to it. It's nuts. It's honestly getting crazy. And up at the top, of course, the entire red team is now committing to the defense here. Actually, May is sitting in the middle. But topside, you have fun dealing with that. That keep is pretty much gone. And bottom and middle have now been pushed out. So 2 of the lanes have been pushed out, and there's the Web Weaver completely. Oh! What the fuck? What a kill! What did I just see? Avalanche into Entomb, into Planet Cracker. Are you fucking kidding me? No way. Okay, guys, let's take another look at this. The random Avalanche comes in right here, gets 2. There's the Entomb, the cage, and the Planet Cracker. Holy hell. Insane! 11 kills to 1. Both of the keeps are still there. Mega taken out though. But holy shit. Some of these plays here today are just top notch. That's 2 keeps for the taking. I mean, it doesn't matter how sexy that kill was, but it doesn't change the fact that 2 of these keeps are pretty much about to fall if House Ups can just get a few more grenades in. So they're trying to poke that down. Yeah, he has to bunker up. Tries to get a little bit more damage in. They are still fighting, and it seems like X-Ray is gonna fall. That's kill number 12, so they complete the dozen. But yeah, they should be able to get at least this keep. And let's be honest, this one at the top is also gonna fall here. So that one goes down. Down here, another keep falls. It's just the core is wide open. Oh boy. Oh boy, that hurts. Yes, here off we go. 18 to 16. It's a disaster. What a perfect play here from Washed Up. Incredible game by them. Let's be honest. That was an incredible game. They nearly had a perfect game there too, if not for that fantastic combo that Feel the Heat executed up at the top. That was really sexy. Avalanche into Entomb, into Cage, into Planet Cracker. To be fair, they only got 1 kill out of it. It still looked great though. And here it's pretty much a cleanup job. Another setup. Yeah, the old man nearly getting murdered by the Planet Cracker as he was stationary, but Malfurion dies again. The core has taken damage, but they're still holding on to it. They're still defending it as much as they can. So now it's 16 kills to 2. But what a setup. Guys, I'm sorry. We're gonna look at this again. We're gonna look at that kill again. Just look at it here. May set up over here. There's the combo. And then, yeah, Cage down. Planet Cracker comes in. And they go for Deckard Cain. And they barely get the kill. But God, was that good. Well, one of the 2 kills that they got in this game. Yeah, by now we have 80,000 damage on Tracer alone, which is obviously nuts. Just nuts. I mean, he's doubling the damage of Junkrat. Okay, level 20 talents are now ready for them too. And off we go. 48 gems on Wit, and he goes down. Blade runs in an attempt to grab them. He doesn't have an escape tool here, but it doesn't even matter anymore. The bot lane gets pressured by the Siege Giants. Nick, on the other hand, might actually fall here. Nah, I'm just kidding. He kills my F, and they're going in for another setup. There's another sleeper move. And it seems that Malfurion is just not able to get out of this one. Nope. He's dead. Blade, he's completely ignored. They're just going for Dino. They're farming at this point. They're just increasing the experience gain, where at the bot lane, the keep is nearly falling now to Catapults and Siege Giants, which eventually will take it down. But of course, the main focus is on the core itself, as they are finishing what they started here. It's a 16-minute game on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And oh boy, what a performance by Washed Up. Well played, nicely done, and they lock in the victory in game number 1 of the best of 3 series here at the grand final of the Panda Cup. Game number 2. The grand final continues, and well, we had a couple of really cool situations on the last map, I gotta say. But that one kill in particular, where they just committed ult after ult after ult just to destroy the old man, was pretty incredible. Now we're on Infernal Shrines, which is the second map in the best of 3 series, and it could be the last one. It depends a bit on Washed Up and if Feel the Heat can, yeah, turn up the heat. So we got Urel banned out right away. And what else are we gonna get here? Yeah, honestly, it will be an interesting ban pattern, because, you know, sitting there, if you are Feel the Heat and you're like, let's ban that Tracer, let's ban that Carrigan, we should ban that Hammer. You know that Medivh that Hazu plays, that's also pretty tricky. So you're just sitting there asking for more and more bans from Blizzard. It's like, please guys, can we maybe go for 10 or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. But here comes the Cassia ban first of all. And good luck, Feel the Heat. What do you ban out now? I don't envy that position. They go for the Medivh ban, so they keep everything else open for the time being, at least. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, that leaves pretty much everything open, right? You could go for the Carrigan. Greyman is open too. Again, we talked about Greyman earlier. as a pick for particularly Washed Up. I mean, this is another one of those maps where you just want to have it all, right? You want to go into Johanna, Blaze, Leo is fantastic here, Imperius is always great. It's banned for that reason. On the damage, Hazu played in an earlier game on Infernal Shrines Khaldor, which is also kind of cool. And I wouldn't mind seeing that again. But there's the Tracer pick. Okay. Dino says, well, I see you, Nick, and I raise you by 1. So, do they pick Malfurion away? That's the first question. So, if you want to make sure that the Tracer setup is not played with Malfurion plus Tracer, you would now pick Malfurion. And Malfurion is good on the map, of course. The roots allow you to lock down the choke points towards any shrine. And you make sure that Tracer doesn't have that heal over time, which is also kind of important. But yeah, do they commit to that? No. They go for Dibbles, who has also been changed in the recent patch. The auto attack style is now a bit stronger for him. And we have Jimmy from Nick. So they actually allow them to take Malfurion. So if they want to go into Malf, the Tracer Malfurion setup, they can do that now. So the potential is definitely there. And, well, time will tell. It's kind of funny to me that after Nick just destroyed them with the hero, that they're now just saying, okay, we pick it away. Dino can play it too, and we're gonna play that. They got Kane. Yeah, we see him a little bit more with that Tracer setup. No Malfurion here. Also caters more to the map, of course. So we get ETC for Blade, X-Ray for Deckard Kane, and let's go. This is gonna be kind of fun. Yeah, ban's coming in. What do you actually ban out here? I mean, they could ban Ultralisk again. They could seriously just ban my F. My F is another good hero here, but they target the Leo setup for the wave clear and for the top lane. Yeah, and now, of course, on the other hand. By the way, I really expect that Nick doesn't play Reyna here. That's usually more of a Hazu pick. Now, Nick can play it too, but usually what they do is they keep Nick's hero open until the later stages of the game. Yeah, and they ban Sergeant Hammer. I don't really think that was needed. I don't see them playing Reyna plus Sergeant Hammer in that situation. I'm pretty sure that depending on how the draft goes, they're just gonna switch Reyna over to Hazu and let Nick go into his flex pick again that we normally have for him. But again, both is possible. If they want to play like a mage, if they want to play Junkrat or Kel'Thas again, then Hazu is going to jump on that. Oh my god, they play Brightwing. Now I feel trolled. Okay, so we get actually Brightwing. The Fairy Dragon. It's not a real dragon. They could also call it Fake Dragon instead of Fairy Dragon. It would pretty much accomplish the same thing. You want to see a real dragon? You look either to Alexstrasza or you look over to Deathwing. Those are the two pretty much. But yeah, no. If Brightwing, the only thing that comes to mind when we see Brightwing is... Nine! Yeah, exactly. We don't want that. Fruitfly plays. That's a dragon. You saw that? That's a dragon. That's Deathwing right there. Yeah, and Greymane gets played by Ultralisk. So let's go. Last pick. What do we have? The Flying Frog. Brightwing the Flying Frog. That picture alone just says everything. That's a mix between a frog and a fish or something. Or like a toad. Just look at the picture. It's just like, I don't know what to tell you there. But we have a little bit of global action. Need a second support now to make up for that. Phoenix! Okay, Phoenix and Jimmy. Guys, game number 2. Grand Final, Panda Cup Qualifier number 1. Let's jump straight in. Infernal Shrines is the map. Let's go! Washed Up against Feel the Heat. Well, we had Hazops on Jimmy, Nick on Phoenix, Banana H on Brightwing, and Dequaza on Blaze with Masquerade on Diablo. To the right side of the map, Feel the Heat. You gotta step it up a little bit with Wit on ETC, X-Ray on Deckard Kane, Blade on Deathwing, we got Ultralisk on Greymane, and we got Dino on Tracer. Now, all jokes about Brightwing aside, one of the cool things about the hero is obviously that you have a polymorph, which is kind of neat if you're going up against a hero like Tracer. It's pretty much exactly what you want in order to lock her down here. So the global mobility is only one thing that really is kind of nice in that setup. But right now, what we have is level 1 for Brightwing, the Hyper Shift actually. And honestly, if anybody is able to get value out of Brightwing, then it's probably Banana H here. So yeah, I'll trust his judgment on that one. But immediately after we saw the Fairy Dragon taken, Deathwing came in. This is like, Fairy Dragon, my ass. A real dragon, baby. That's what it's all about. And look at that skin. Blade with the perfect skin here, and Quasar gets out? No way! Brightwing value! Okay, as much as I'm shitting on the hero, we'll take another look at that, because that was a total value play right there. So he gets completely bodied by 4, tries to move out, and then Brightwing comes in. Friend! And Blaze is like, yeah, I don't really want to be your friend, but you know what? In that situation, I'll take it. So yeah, thank you very much for the help. Okay, so he's actually able to move out. Greymane is dead in the meantime. Phoenix taking the kill. And, well, towards the top, we have Quasar in a bit of trouble, but I still think he's going to be able to walk away from Blade here. So, what a weird opening into this. Brightwing has value. Greymane dies. It's a strange universe that we're living in right now, people. I don't know what to tell you here. So, we got 1 kill against 0. And off we go with a bit of a push towards the middle. Minions get taken. Brightwing is sitting at the bottom of the map. That hero. And there we go. I love this skin. I gotta admit, I really like this skin. Deathwing, he has a couple of horrible skins. I mean, the big chicken skin is always just reminding me that I want some chicken McNuggets, or KFC is kind of disgusting. But then you have like an Ember skin like this, and it's just like, wow, not bad. So yeah, that's actually a sexy one. Either way, focusing on the game a little bit more than the skin setups here. We got level 4 versus level 4. Good damage by Dino. I mean, he is a very strong Tracer player. Let's not forget about this. He's going up against a powerful team here, though. Masquerade gets attacked again. They're trying to lock him down, and Brightwing is reporting for duty once more. Comes in with a save. Blade dropping down, quite literally, in order to assist the team. He can't really do a whole lot. And, well, let's go. Traditional build also for Tracer, nothing really has changed on that end, so that's still the same. Diablo coming in with another big play. And, well, Diablo has gone, in regards to build on level 4 now, into the Souls to the Flame. So a couple of love taps by Blizzard also for Dibbles and some of his talents in the recent patch here. As I said, there were quite a few changes being made. Now a bit of a setup down in the middle, whereas the bot lane is still our 1 versus 1 setup with Greymane going up against Phoenix, but it's all about the first objective. And that's what the teams are fighting for right now. Blade taking position with Feel the Heat now in order to try and push the opponent back and get the early lead on the objectives. There's the attack again. Masquerade gets saved by Brightwinger. She comes in with a hyper shift. And it's Wit who is at the receiving end of the punishment. Brightwing goes down though, but they counter with a quick kill against ETC. But of course, without a support, this is going to be a little bit tricky. The early lead already for the team in red as they take 18 points, 20, and they have a really good spot here now. So Blade is jumping out once again. Brightwing, of course, once she's back, might be able to jump back into that fight, but with 30 stacks already towards the first Punisher, this is not going to be an easy one. This is pretty much an impossible one to win, so they can just give it up. Let it slide. Greymane has started to take the camp towards the top side. So, Feel the Heat is spreading out a little bit thinner. They're jumping in all the lanes. They have 39 stacks now. They can take the last one whenever. And the only reason why Washed Up is now moving on to the objective in order to even try to take this is because they want to force a reaction out of Feel the Heat that forces them to come into the middle and take the final hit here. And yeah, we need to try a little bit harder. But there it is. Arcane Punisher gets taken. And yeah, they're just moving away from it. And again, always go behind the gate, attack the Punisher once that he's here at the front with an ability so that he gets vision of a hero. He's jumping over. His jump is an ability that has a cooldown, and then you can take him down while your opponent is outside of the game and can't really do too much here. If you fail to do that, you're going to lose way more. And that's what we oftentimes see on the lower level of play in the amateur leagues. So, yeah. And, of course, in Storm League and Quick Match. So, definitely something that you want to coordinate with your teammates whenever your opponent is able to win a Punisher against you. So, top side, that's where we have our one-on-one continuing between Quasar and Blade. It's more about the camps at the bottom of the map. And, well, when we're talking camps, then it's mainly about the camps on the left and right side. Middle has already been claimed. Slight lead now in experience for Washed Up again. These guys don't lose lane experience. If you go up against them, you need to make sure that you're always playing on point when it comes to minion experience on lanes, because if not, they're just going to wreck you there. talking about getting wrecked. There's already attack as Masquerade is starting to jump in. Good wall stun. Oh my god. That was actually fantastic. And again, take Dino. Nice, still able to make it out. But damn, that was the biggest game. Honestly. And they turn it on their Quasar, and Brightwing is a bit too late, so it's a kill against Blaze. Doesn't have the bunker yet, can't use that therefore. But what a setup. It starts with a fantastic aggression. Again, another kill. Brightwing is just too late right now. Yeah, that dopey Fairy Dragon needs to stop smoking weed. The reaction time is just getting a little bit too slow there. And that's the second in a row that she missed. You know, if she would just, like, not talk about friends the entire time and try to suck up to people, that could have been 2 saves. Are we actually looking at a game where even Banana Age is not going to be able to get solid Brightwing value here? Hazorbs is also down. Another one. Yeah, 3 kills. Feel the heat. We talked about them turning up the heat, and well, they did. They deliver. Good wall stun coming through. And there's the lightning breath. Terror, but not enough. Alright. All Brightwing hate aside, I mean, again, we need the X here, Brightwing. X is the only player where I just really looked at his games and he was just like, damn son, he is wrecking with it. But of course the game isn't over just yet. And it's not only Brightwing that I'm thinking about. A lot of what happened in the last fight wouldn't have been the case if the blue team already had the level 10. I really think they depend on them a bit more than the red team, since Bunker in particular is such a crucial play, or just a crucial tool that you want to have. It's interesting to me also that Banana H didn't actually go into the Blink heal. So he instead goes into the Emerald Wind. Yeah, Masquerade goes down again. ETC's Morsh gets interrupted right away, but still, they get the kill there, and all of a sudden this game is turning quickly. We have 5 kills against 2 all of a sudden. And another Shrine activating, so things are starting to spiral a bit out of control for Washed Up. Yeah, this is not really looking like it's gonna be it. Okay. Yeah, Nick gets attacked, pushed into a corner, and goodbye, Nick. I'm sorry, but what happened here? Feel the heat. They turned it up to 100. Damn, son. This is just kill after kill after kill after kill. They take them wherever they want to. Now, as Masquerade enters the late game and gets his level 16 talent for potential one-shots with a double stun, that's obviously something that might change things here. But right now, this is one-way street Heroes of the Storm. Level 13 talents now for Feel the Heat. And Washed Up is engaging into the fight, just trying to have a bit of an impact there. But, damn. There's another attack against Masquerade. Brightwing comes in for the attempted save. And there we go. Down goes Dibbles. Kill attempt on Banana H. Brightwing is on the run, goes down. Yeah, guys, this is what happens when you pick Brightwing. This is getting ridiculous. And we've seen 2 very, very different maps so far. Unless Washed Up somehow completely turns this game, it will be a small disaster. Now, Deathwing is taken to the skies as the objective is about to be taken. But yeah, this game is going bananas. There's another Punisher that gets claimed. Now, to be fair, structurally speaking, not a single fort has fallen. Then again, I'm pretty sure that's gonna change now. So, here we go. Here's a little push towards the bottom of the map. That fort is definitely a goner. The blue team is defending the mid lane for now. But the question is simply how much can that bottom push accomplish, because they're not going to stop at that fort. They're going to try to go for quite a bit more than that. Yeah, already nibbling at the wall. And that wall is pretty much gone before the Punisher's even there. So you can proc that stun if you want. But that wall is open, and there will be a follow-up if they're trying for it. So keep is definitely on the menu for now. And they are going to try and take it down, with Greyman in particular. I mean, yes, there's already the lockdown. Frozen Punisher makes it happen. And that's a keep. 10 minutes into the game, the first keep is gone. Falling to the minions there towards the end. The fight, on the other hand, continues. Mosh Pit! And goodbye, Phoenix! Yeah, Phoenix down. He's not the only one that's going to fall here, I suppose. Nope, it's Blaze that follows shortly after. Tracer at least gets eliminated, so that's at least one thing. Washed Up is able to shut this down before it spirals towards the core, but it's 11 kills against 3 now. This seems like a bit of a deja vu, just from a different angle, because it reminds me very, very much of game number 1. With the small exception that now it's Washed Up who is getting their ass kicked. So, yeah. This is 1 kill, sorry, this is 3 kills against 11 right now. Level 16 talents against level 13 talents. What a setup here. 31,000 damage against 24k. You can still turn it around. With Brightwing you have a global, so you can hold the bot lane. But they really, really need to start to get some kills and build momentum if they want to have a hope of going into a 6.5 out of 10 moment and turn this around here. Because so far, nothing is really going according to plan. It started off with, I think, a kill or 2 in their favor, but now it's pretty much the exact opposite. And you can see FieldE just prowling the map looking for more kills. I mean, look at the Quasar here. It's like, guys, help! Need to get out of there. Okay, Camp gets attacked. Masquerade, they don't have Apocalypse, keep that in mind. They actually went into the Lightning Breath. Okay, there's the save on the Quasar with Brightwing's heal. Wit is a bit low, but Blade has no problem zoning the rest of them out. No problem at all. Sitting there and saying like, okay boys, I got this. And let's not forget that Phoenix is actually at the bottom of the map. Nick is sitting bot side not only because they need to stop the push, but they also want the experience. The rest of the team moves in the middle. Masquerade, dead. And same fate is of course happening now to the 4-2. So yeah, not looking too great right now for Washed Up. And I don't mind seeing a third map, don't get me wrong. I can tell you already now which hero we're not going to see in a potential third map. Starts with B and ends with Trashwing. Blade is now coming in. They're going for the fort again. The Quasar. He's still going to try and fight here. Blade zoned out the rest of them. Brightwing is now a little bit on the run. Jumping back through though. But of course the fort is down. And we even have the shield slowly getting dropped on the core of Washed Up. But they get a kill. They get ETC. Is that it? Is that the beginning of the comeback? Are we going to see a little bit of action from them? As I said, they have a global. So that helps you with the bot lane. 16 talents are also there. Comeback time, boys. This is the 6.5 out of 10 moment right here. This is the one chance that you got. Let's go, boys. Camps are taken. 12 kills to 4. Washed Up is pretty much going for the good old let's give them hope first and then take it away. Now they take the fountain down. That's always a neat move to make. And a pretty good one for sure there, so I like that quite a lot. It helps you for the mid objective now, because of course the fort and fountain have been lost by Washed Up. But taking this one out is definitely a good start. They need to win this one, let's be honest. If they want to have a chance at a comeback, this is the one that you need to win. This is where you have to come in and take them out. So let's see if they can make it happen. Brightwing is topside. Masquerade gets saved, barely, but he survives it. 81 souls, and he still gets murdered by this like nothing. I mean, Greymane with this bullet is obviously already a big problem for him, but there's more to it than that. 23, they are ahead. They have the lead now when it comes to the objective points, but they have lost the position. So the Quasar still has the bunker. They also have the Emerald Wind on Brightwing, so they got quite a couple of tools available that they could utilize now in order to retake that spot. But still, a tough battle. There's the potential kill. Dibbles. Ah, he falls and they can't get Wit. Oh, there's the double kill as Tracer came through and took down Blaze as well. Banana Age falls too. That's 3 down. Nick is on the run. Ultralist says, well, I'm not going to die to you, so he falls back for just a moment. But it doesn't change the fact that they just lost 3 heroes. They lost the Mortar Punisher. The top lane is pushing. Haas is going to try and defend that at least for now. But in the middle of the map, this is where the real aggression is now coming in. And yeah, it's getting nasty here. That's at least another keep that falls, possibly more. Obviously, you want to go for core at this point if you're playing for Feel the Heat. You want to bring this to game number 3 as quickly as you can. But holy hell. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one right now. Yeah, it seems to be it, guys. Defense is possible, but it's gonna be rough. 12% on the Punisher. The Quasar is a bit low. Punisher's down. Core has lost a few hit points already, but they're still not giving up here. Bunker is out. The Quasar dies, and so do the hopes and dreams of Washed Up to finish this one with a 2-0. We are likely gonna go to game number 3 here. Okay. 50% on the core. Nick! He's down. Look at that catapult barrage that's now moving towards the core too. This is definitely going to be the end of it. Dance time, party time. But goodbye. 19 kills to 4 as Feel the Heat forces the tie, forces game number 3, and takes Infernal Shrines. Game 3. After the first map, I didn't really think it would happen. I honestly didn't really think that we would have a third map, but here it is, Volskaya Foundry. So we saw 2 completely different maps. Washed Up dominated on the first map and played incredibly well, and then on map number 2 they decided to play Brightwing. Nah, jokes aside, obviously Feel the Heat just really stepping it up. The comp didn't really work out for Washed Up there. Brightwing initially had some cool moments. The save on, I think it was Topside Blaze, was pretty sweet, but then it just backfired heavily and they got taken apart by Feel the Heat there. So now that we have our first ban coming in, Tracer actually gets banned this time. It's first pick, first ban for Washed Up since map was chosen by Feel the Heat. But yeah, there we have our Imperius banned out, Tracer gets banned out, and well, Medivh, another hero that you could definitely get rid of now. Another map, but this is honestly a map where you oftentimes think also about which kind of mage could potentially be banned here, right? So we've seen a lot of Li Mings, a lot of Chromies being played here. Chromie is definitely a hero that I could see on the side of Washed Up. Medivh as a ban doesn't shock. Could maybe even on the third position ban Maiev, since Ultralisk has played the hero on this map multiple times right now. It's obviously the second hero that we wait for with him. But yeah, let's see. First of all, question what gets banned. Second, for Feel the Heat. And I mean, Feel the Heat, they drop URL. A lot of side lane bans at this point. And the instant Cassia. Yeah, we've seen Cassia multiple times here on this map now, with a lot of stacking on level 1. It seems like at least today the teams have heavily specced into Cassia stacks on level 1, and Dino in particular on Volskaya Foundry has done a pretty incredible job. I think he ended the game at 140 stacks, lost the game, but had insane damage. I think more than 100,000 and was the only one that got even close to that number. So it was pretty brutal to see them lose with those numbers. There's the Li Ming and Ana setup. X-Ray on Ana, and we got Li Ming together with it, so the nano boosted Ming for the resets as they're trying to take this one. Okay. Me likey. Is this the first time actually that we have Li Ming in the series? I think it is, right? Either way, Banana H, maybe with the old man again, seems to have a new favorite here that he leans towards. I can at least assure you that it's not going to be Brightwing. Tyrael and Blaze, old school. Western clash in Katowice. Napier Dalai, let's go. Back then, it was the Zealots that actually started with all of this. And once that the Zealots with ADRD back then, the mad scientist came just through with Blaze Tyrael time and time again. Towards the finals, you could already see that Dignitas and other teams have picked up the same pattern, because that combo was just insanely strong. The layered defenses of Blaze Bunker and Tyrael's Sanctification was incredibly powerful and proves to be powerful to this day. Deckard Cain gets even banned out now against Washed Up. Now, again, there's obviously plenty of other heroes that you can still take. Even Rhaegar is still great here. You can go into Malfurion too. So yeah, not gonna fall short on that end. And with a ban against Blade. So, Blade's Blaze is gone. His Deathwing is gone too. Could be the Leo pick for him again. That he now played several times actually. Today. I mean, generally speaking, is one of his most played heroes, I think. Zul, yeah, that's pretty much smelling like it's going to be another one of those setups that they ran previously. ETC for Blade, that's the same lineup more or less, well, the same front line that they played on Sky Temple. So when they had Zul as the main tank for Wit, they went into Blade's ETC so they can create a bit of space for them. And now here's the move for Dino. Well, first of all, we have last two picks coming in for Washed Up. And let's go. Last map of the series. Junkrat for Hazu. And there's the Malfurion pick. The old geezer with the green beard. Okay. Well, the setup is set for this one. And now Dino is the last man standing when it comes to picks, at least. And what are we getting for this? Dino. What's it gonna be? We got Li Ming for Ultralisk. Unless they switch. But they're really taking their time. Sylvanas! Okay. Sylvanas gets played. A little bit more momentum if you win one of the protectors. Can of course take a few of those structures down too. Zul can rotate, put some meta pressure on. You can try and get a 4-man onto a lane. Get some Sylvanas damage in. Okay. Let's go. Final map! Grand final at the Panda qualifier #1. Let's find out which team takes it. The final map, Volskaya Foundry, ladies. Let's go. On the left side, Washed Up with Nick on Cassia. Hazorbs plays Junkrat. We got Banana H on Malfurion, Dequaza on Blaze, and Masquerade is playing Tyrael over here. And on the right side of the map, as you can see, we have X-Ray on Ana, Wit on Zul, Dino and Sylvanas. A lot of wave clear, a lot of push power here with Ultralisk playing Li Ming, and we have Blade on ETC, as we have already seen in a couple of games now where they played this Zul plus ETC setup. Tyrael a little bit late to the party, so Masquerade is sleeping apparently. But yeah, it's party time. It's time to shine and really show what you're made of, especially for Washed Up, of course, because they took such an impressive lead after Doom of the Spider Queen that everybody kind of thought, hey, this is going to be an easy 2-0 stomp, and then they got shut down hard on game number 2. So, yeah, with that, we got on level 1, the, I was about to say the Prog Rock. No, not quite. Blade actually going straight into the block party over here. There's quite a bit of tools, especially of course with that Cassia on the other side, who by the way did not go into the stacks that we pretty much have seen exclusively today for Cassia. Dequaza makes it out, which takes a bit of a beating from the towers, but Cassia has gone into the charge strikes. I think we've seen only a single game today with the charge strikes. Outside of that, it was simply stacking time and time again. Okay, Cam is about to be taken. Bit of a late move actually. Interesting. Washed Up is trying to go for what exactly? Blade is taking the experience at the top. Are they going for... They are late. They're really late. They haven't taken their turret camp yet. And that's a bit of a weird rotation. I don't really know what exactly that did for them now. But they are risking a lot. They're definitely going to be one turret short in the late game. Not late game, in the late stages of the Shrine, I can tell you that much. Now they got the control to at least get that healing beacon, so that's nice for them. But this is a bit of an odd one. Usually if you don't go for your turret camp, you at least commit to the healing beacon immediately and then rotate straight away down. So the problem that they have is that usually when you're taking this one at the 1 minute mark, it will pop up again as you're fighting with your opponent over the first checkpoint. And now it's going to be heavily delayed for them, which is a little bit of an issue. So it's slightly strange, because normally you see teams make extremely crisp rotations towards the items, and that's not really something that we've seen here now. I mean, look at the discrepancy that we have over here. 2 minutes and 30 on this camp, and that's 1 minute and 30 on this one. This is an entire minute where the red team will be able to pick up an additional turret now. Now, the good thing is, of course, that Washed Up at least won the fight at the top. But just imagine if they don't take that healing beak in battle, if it's won by Feel the Heat and they walk away with 2 items to pretty much 0 at the start. So that would be a bit awkward. As it stands, it's still, of course, an item advantage for the blue team because they now hold both. But as I said, their second turret is going to come in a lot later than that. Maybe overanalyzing this a little bit, but we'll see how much of a difference it's going to make here. It's usually a pretty big point for teams to contest. Either way, we got the Inner Light actually for Cassia on level 4. So not going for the full-on Think Green build here. Masquerade is still trapping this, by the way. He's still sitting in the sides and waiting this out. Blade being already pushed out. It's all about level 7 at this point. 2 gets the early level 7. Who's able to connect that? There's already a little bit of a root set up down here, as they're starting to make the play for the first objective. 30 points or percentage points have already been reached by Washed Up, and they're still holding on to it. Masquerade is still sitting at the side here and looking pretty solid on it. Looking pretty good. Zul, of course, using the wave clear, and he got booped in by Azu. Nice, good damage against him, but with the turret already down, that didn't do too much. They couldn't get the kill, so he panicked, but was able to move out regardless. Level 7 tellers give us now a Calamity. Both teams have them. And slightly different build from Hazu, what we've seen against... Like against Medivh earlier, we've seen a full-on focus into the mine setup. Now we're seeing just steel traps again and sticky wicket. So definitely dependent heavily on what you're playing up against. So adjustments have been made all over the place now. Good setup for Ultralisk, get some damage through. Not committed to any calamity damage just yet, but would he... Oh, Wit on the other hand gets just wrecked over here, but he's not the only one to die. We see Tyrael fall, but they're trying to put Blade into a bit of an awkward spot here. But he still has a couple of cooldowns available to slide his way out of this one without any trouble. But still, 99% now for the red team, so they have taken a pretty significant lead on this objective. But obviously the fight isn't over just yet. Well, with Malfurion falling and Blaze eliminated, the fight is definitely over. So this is objective number 1 in the hands of Feel the Heat. So yeah, congratulations. Nicely done. We come in and take the easy double kill here and are able to secure themselves another the first objective. What's happening here? Like, they build up so much momentum in game number 2 and they're just running with it. They're ahead in experience. They're easily going to move through the fountain at the top to prepare for objective number 2. And they're not going to stop there, guys. This is easily going to be... I mean, this should be a fort. Even if they don't take this one, it's going to be incredibly close. Look at the rest of the team. They're at the bottom already. There's so much wave clear that they have too. Sylvanas down here. They have to respond, of course. That's why only 2 heroes are defending top side and not more against the Protector. Because if you don't go towards the bot lane with at least 2-3 heroes, Sylvanas with the rest of the team is just simply going to rip you a new one on the fort. And this is the 3rd objective, right? So objective number 2 spawns topside. Fountain lost, fort lost. Objective number 3 spawns at the bottom. Fountain lost already. If they can hold on to their own forts, this is going to be an insane setup for each one of those objectives now for Feel the Heat. This is a huge advantage right now. So 3 kills against 1 gave them a good start. They have the map control that allows them to go for the items. At least a bit of the turret tech was stolen away at the bottom. Yeah, nice setup here too, by the way. That was nearly a kill. Nice ult also from Cassia. Nick did really well there. Couldn't get the kill secured, but that was still tons of damage done by him as he commits to the ball of lightning over here after they had initially the steel trap of Hazu utilized to lock Ultralisk in. So that was pretty cool. Didn't end up with the kill, but still. Now they take the wall down and they go for another fountain. They take the entire outer setup apart. This is kind of nuts right now. Okay, there's the kill and a bit more poke damage too. Obviously, at this point we have level 10 abilities in and they are oftentimes a game changer. So this could still be the case for this one. But yeah, this game is not quite... This series is not really what I expected. We went into an absolute stomp on level 1 by Washed Up, and now all of a sudden Feel the Heat is just playing the better early game on game number 3 after annihilating them on the 2nd map. So this is kind of bonkers. Let's see if they can turn it around this time. Okay, top side. Try to go for Hazu. There's the slide, and that should be a kill. Yeah. Junkrat, you can laugh as much as you want, but you're gonna go down here. Now, they're trying to turn it against X-Ray. Sanctification already used, and the counter kill. Good reaction from Washed Up. Very good reaction. It leaves Blaze alone at the bottom of the map against Zul and Liming on the other hand. And that puts Quasar into his very awkward spot because he is just losing more and more HP on that bottom fort. And, well, that's starting to become a problem. Top side, it was a 1 versus 1 kill trade. At the bottom of the map, there's a lot of damage or a lot of hit points lost on the structures. So the situation is going to be an even trickier one for the blue team as all of this continues. It's rough now. It really is. 13 talents are around the corner, which also means that the objective is going to spawn topside any moment now. 22,000 damage for Liming, 16,000 for Sylvanas, 16k also for Cassia. But he has the level 13 talents already taken early, and control point about to unlock topside too. Alright, so here we go. The 2nd objective is going to be really important. If you're already that far behind in structures, as Washed Up is, you need to be careful with that. Here comes the displacement with the wave of force. They're trying to go for Quasar and they get him. The new habits just saved his ass. If not for that, the jailers lock him down with the bone prison and he's going to be toast. But it's still a kill. The fort is still down. Well, not kill, destroy the fort. That's 2 forts eliminated and the mid lane opened up and the fountain destroyed. This is not looking good for Washed Up at all. They need to do something about this objective now. They really have to. They go for another item that will drop a second turret in their hands. So we have 2 turrets against the healing beacon, and I think it's also 2 turrets on the side of the red team. Maybe not, maybe only 1. Yeah, here comes the attack though. ETC is topside already. So they're actually engaged in this, and they baited out 2 ults. 3 ults. 3 ults committed. If nobody dies, that would be great, but it seems like Ana is gonna drop. Yep, Masquerade goes in for the kill. Good body block attempts, but it's a kill for a kill. Li Ming got a reset just as she took Cassia down, and let's not forget, we have topside ETC. They are all so low. Look at this shit. Like, Tyrael nearly falling, and ETC is just sitting there. He's just like, yeah, boys, you do your thing. You do your thing, all fine. Let's go. This is getting nuts. I mean, 5 kills against 3. With all the wave clear that is available for Feel the Heat, they're really putting on the macro pressure. They're moving through the lanes. Zul is escorting the bot lane, for example, so someone has to react to it. Sylvanas is pushing lanes. Now they're going to try and go for items, but that's another protector for free in the hands of Feel the Heat. And they use it now to move into the middle. But in the meantime, Zul is sitting bot side. Zul is sitting there just saying like, well guys, if you don't come down here, I'm going to take that lane too. Thank you very much. So you want to have the level 16. I'm a little bit surprised even that Feel the Heat doesn't go for the keep and try to drop the wall and maybe keep at the top. Instead they're going for the fort in the middle, which isn't really too bad either. But they want to get a little bit more out of that, I suppose. I mean, at least take the wall. Okay, so they're switching heroes around a little bit. But damn, like, this game is not going well for Washed Up at all. It's like, holy shit. We've been asking the entire time, can the favorites win another tournament? And currently it doesn't look like it. The question is rather, can they turn it around now? Because so far they've been getting hammered over here. The kill count doesn't really tell the entire story, I feel. But just look at structures on the map. Look at that mini-map. This is getting nuts. And the wall is open, and keep in mind, the next objective spawns at the bottom. 16 talents against 16, so here we are. That's the perfect opportunity to see if you can maybe force a fight here. Yeah, Masquerade. Be careful around him. There's the Quasar coming in with jet propulsion, Riptire. Blade comes in, shuts it down, and drops the healing beacon too as he's trying to move out. But the Quasar's nearly down and barely survives as Ultralisk is jumping away. Ultralisk is low though. And Masquerade wanted to try and go for another kill here. Instead, he eats the damage as Ultralisk turns around with his Li Ming and connects another salvo. Currently on 39,000 damage, 27k for Cassia. I mean, the late game is still something that's... It's always a question of how much you can do with Objective 3, right? Let's assume for a moment Feel the Heat wins Objective 3. Get an early 20, takes it. What did they get with it? If you only get the bottom keep, then it will come down to a big battle over objective number 4 anyways. And then it's 20 versus 20. So if Washed Up can win some of these late game fights, they might just be able to turn it around after all. They are, I mean, they're not really that far behind, right? On structures, it's a disaster. But on experience, it's fine. A little bit more than half level behind, that's still manageable. The problem is really that even if they take, let's say, the 4th objective, if they don't take any of the forts out before that happens, it's going to be rough for them, even with the 4th objective, to move through the lanes to the core. Because they have to take a fort down, they have to take a keep down, and it's all going to slow them. So, it's a weird setup right now. But again, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. They're looking for the kills, of course. And Zul has pushed another wave at the bottom of the map. Yeah, he is continuing to do that. Especially now that catapults are spawning for them too. So all the aggression seems to focus again on the healing beacon. And that's of course good control. With the mine already being set down, with the potential sanctification, this is a really good setup. And this is one of the reasons why they're not even committing. Feel the Heat, that is. Why would they? But, well, look at that. And honestly, if he is trying to get away, not happening. So he's just going to try and sacrifice himself. If he can take the keep, that's worth a kill. That's worth the death if he can take that. Might not be able to get it though. Ooh, yeah. Alright, they don't get it, but it still doesn't change the fact that this thing is incredibly low. If he wouldn't have tried to Hearthstone back, he would have had it. It was honestly the blind and the mind that really stopped him there. But if he doesn't try to Hearthstone back, he has it for sure. So, a little bit of a lost opportunity in that sense. Obviously, if he gets the Hearthstone channel through, then he's also absolutely golden, but this was a bit unfortunate for him. But now it's nearly level 19 versus level 19. But just imagine if the third objective is won by Feel the Heat and they can go straight for the core. That's gonna be bananas. And we still have that fountain down here. That fountain and the entire setup. Ultralisk, a little bit of poke damage. I mean, it's not gonna mean too much here. Unless he can connect another combo, it's not quite the case. But level 19 and a half, I'm gonna wait for 20. Uh-oh, Blade! He can't die now. That would be a horrible time to fall. Sylvanas is sitting at the top. Objective is up. And honestly, Dino could just pressure this even more. I mean, they're gonna get their 20 now, but even the catapults are gonna be strong here. So they could have gone for more than that. And there's the 20, so they have to give this one up. Double Bolt of the Storm, one on the side of Sylvanas, the other one on ETC. Zul, after his 16, is now going into Mortal Wounds as well. So a lot of healing reduction. Got a Twilight Dream on the other side anyways, but hey, they are trying to go for the level 20. And obviously, what is Feel the Heat gonna go for? That keep, exactly. They just need to get close. Can they get... No way! Oh, Tyrion, no! He dies. They interrupted the Sanctification attempt. Blade interrupted the Sanct. And now he is dead for another 40 seconds as they are going for keep. Keep is down. Easy peasy. That's a protector. Wow. Feel the heat, ladies and gentlemen. They are about to win this tournament. It's still, you can still defend, but oh boy, is this gonna be rough. Yeah, they push the lanes out a little bit more. It's protector time. This is the moment where you want to go for core. Tyrael is gonna be back. Tyrael is gonna be back for the defense. Zul a little bit zoned out towards the top. This is gonna be rough. It's doable though. It's doable. It's definitely doable. If you poke the protector... Oh, it's not doable if you lose Nick. There's the mosh pit. No interrupt. And Hazu is dead. This has to be game. Did they actually just win it? Hazu is down. Blade drops it, but Zul falls too. Zul falls too. And the fight continues. They haven't given up just yet. And they poke the protector down to 50%. And they kill ATC. They actually make it work. Washed up. No way. They made it work. The defense, it's there. They get the double kill against the two frontliners, and now the rest of the team has to fall back. That protector didn't do jack shit. That protector did nothing. Nothing. Ultralisk. Locked down completely. Slowed by the oil, and then the conveyor belt just made it a standstill. Insane. 7 kills to 7. Oh, you can't be serious. The top lane has fallen. A fountain at least has. The fort is taking damage. Down here they're pushing into. You got to be kidding me. What a defense. Yeah, Masquerade, he's putting more and more pressure on X-Ray every single time they're fighting. Anna's just sitting here as like, dude, just leave me alone. Get lost. And over here, still the push coming through as Wit is finally putting an end to that particular setup. But they dove behind the fort at the bottom of the map to ensure that this one would drop 100%. And yeah, they're going in for it now. So yeah, oh, they're going for the fight too. Dino, Blade, both low. Nano boost over here. Holy hell. What is this game coming to? This grand final is just throwing all the rules out the window. It's the fourth protector again that we're going to look for. One keep down. That's pretty much all that we have. Zul pushed the top lane a little bit further in an attempt to get even more value for the team. But now it's objective time. And with objective time, I mean it's item time. You want to go for the items. You want to try and get them as quickly as possible. But of course, Washed Up is already there. Trying to take that as well. And they move out. They barely manage to do it, but they move out. So they are away for the time being. This game is getting nuts. I don't think that anybody expected this series to go this way. This is like a weird one. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now, so I guess a couple of the boys and girls here are already a little bit tired. And concentration might not be the best anymore, but this game is honestly all over the place right now. So once again, we go straight in for another fight over an objective that is likely going to end the game, no matter who takes it. Depends a bit on the team fight, I suppose, but still. Especially if Feel the Heat is able to gain another victory over the Protector, they will be able to move through the bot lane, and this time I don't think there's a defense possible. But again, we've been wrong before on this particular map. So yeah, off we go. Control is already here. Masquerade, keep in mind, he died the last time just before the objective spawned, so this time we would probably love to avoid that. So you gotta play this a bit careful. Not really risk anything here. They're still dancing around the top camp a little bit. They're very aggressive stance right now. Oh, the slide! Yeah, there's the nature's cure. Just barely getting that cleanse through. If that doesn't connect there, you're in trouble. And they're baiting out a couple of ults, but Anna! No! The Riptire Hazu! Hazu with the kill. Guys, that might just have been the winning move. ETC goes down to the objective is up. And yep, that was the kill to start it all. The Riptire, as it came through, they go straight for Anna. And at that point, they get the kill. And, well, they follow it up with the second one against ETC just a moment later. But those are the 2 kills that they needed to get the lead on the objective. And that's another 40 seconds on ETC. 40 seconds. Good luck with that. Top side, Junkrat is there. He's defending the keep. We're 21 minutes into this game right now. That objective is gonna hurt. And they're stealing the items away too. I mean, they're not stopping at the Protector. They're going for all the marbles right now. They're just taking the lunch money. There's 2 heroes still dead. They're at 48%, 18 seconds on ETC. Good luck trying to defend that. That Protector is gonna be a beast to deal with. Likely gonna try and move through the bottom of the map. There's still a keep there, so that's the saving grace, right? You still have a keep, but there's an item advantage now. They have how many turrets? That's at least 2 turrets. Is there a third one? Nah, 2 turrets. And the only one that holds a turret on the side of Feel the Heat is Dino. Okay, there we go. Moment of truth. Are we gonna go to a 5th Protector, yes or no? Can they somehow defend this? If they go for the early poke, they might just be able to do something here. But Ultralisk is getting put under pressure continuously by Tyrael. Masquerade is jumping in on Ana, on Li Ming time and time again. And look at Ultralisk just eating damage over here. Now they need to poke this down somehow and not die in the process. And that's not gonna be easy at all. But they're trying their best. I mean, you can see right now how they're dropping it to 80% already before it even reached the wall. So that's a good start for them. But it's so tricky. You make one wrong move and you lose a hero. And that might just have been it. No, yeah, he has the Bolt of the Storm. He bolts out. But yeah, that hit into the corner might just have been it. Guys, this isn't over. This isn't over. It's 43% on the Protector. Are you kidding me? This might not be over yet. Now, again, 1 kill is all that it needs at this point, and they're trying to get it. Zul is low. The keep will fall. The keep will fall. There's no doubt about that. The only question is really, can you get the kill to go for core? And it doesn't seem like it, does it? 23 minutes. Yeah, they're trying to lock that in at the bottom of the map. This is nuts. Bot lane. Oh, and the keep at the top. The catapult is on it. This keep is going to fall. This is insane. Think about it. They win the objective and all they do is kill a keep and they lose the keep at the top. They trade keeps. That's all they accomplish here. This is literally all they just accomplished. They traded keeps. I'm not even kidding. They traded keeps. They get the objective and they trade keeps. Feel the Heat is still ahead. They are behind in kills now, but they are still ahead here. Oh, the bottom fight. Oh, Anna! Ah, that's her being toast. X-Ray is down. Dino jumped in deep, gets silenced, and he's also gonna fall. Yeah, he's down too. That's game. That has to be game. That's the follow-up. They go for kill number 3. This has to be it, right? Blade is just barely jumping away. Here's the kill against Dino. Right there. And yeah. Oh boy. This is not looking good at all. Only that's it. Zul goes down. They trade keeps. They actually are about to lose another keep in the middle, by the way. But the catapults never made it to the core. If they did, they might be able to hold. Moshpit, the attempt to delay is all that they have. But that's the end of ETC. Washed up. I don't know how, but they did it once again. They win it against Feel the Heat. What a scrappy third game here. But it's washed up with a victory in the late game. Taking Feel the Heat down with a 2-1 in the grand final of the first Panda Cup qualifier. GG.